Come on.
Mm-hmm. The Hangover Helper, buddy. Oh, God. Damn.
Oh my God, we're here. We're live. I didn't
We are
realize it
live.
was going a little slow. Woo!
Yes,
Next
sir.
week, Fuzz, Rye Bread Music Arts Festival. Man,
Dude, they just keep freaking coming.
I know they won't
man.
let us slow down. So, Memorial Meltdown. And for us, it all kicked off like May 7th for like the anniversary party
Yep.
at Putnam Place.
Yes, sir.
And that Fuzzing Rock Show and Capital Underground Radio combined efforts, and Mirth Films put their support behind it, and also Radio X and 518rock.com, New York State Music, unity and community in the music scene. So I have a new t-shirt I'm thinking of. It's going to say Unity Community. What do you think about that, Fuzz? And then we'll get into the Rye Bread stuff.
It's let's put it this way. It's better than my new t-shirt that I'm thinking of. So
You don't want to tell us?
did you really want me to tell you?
Yeah. What did you expect me not to have, like a mental breakdown or something like that? Don't worry. Mental health help is everywhere. I can find it.
It's going to say across the front of it, it's going to say 3 words: Liam Sweeney's penis.
That's interesting.
I think that's
Liam Sweeney's penis. I think it's good. Respect to Liam Sweeney, by the way, from Radio X. That newspaper, and I think Art can attest for it. They need a lot of help with Liam, because Liam's a one-man army when it comes to that newspaper.
Dude,
but
did you see?
He's an awesome writer, and he's got many books out.
He's got?
Yeah, that's the thing. The books. And this is called the Hangover Helper for all the degenerates out there.
Right. Oh,
if we're going to do this. And actually, we were all set, ready to go. But looking sometime this week, we're going to be returning with some special guests to talk about Rye Bread and all that good stuff.
Yep.
All right, dude. Gem Fest. Holy fudge packing festival.
Listen, man, these festivals.
And I mean that in a good way, man. There was ribs, bebobs. Let's talk about bebobs. You left. I said, right. Fuzz, don't leave. The tradition's going to play, and I'm going to get them ribs, because my friend Dustin Sawyer told me to go get them ribs. Mm-hmm. And I got those ribs, Fuzz. And Anthony, our drummer, Delano, got the wings. And then they're like, here's a free barrel of macaroni and cheese. And we were like, oh, shit, we really didn't want. But thank you. Yeah, we'll take it. And we ate, man. And I brought some leftovers home. Whoo, the food, the artist, talent, the stages, the setup. There was 4 stages. And if you walk in an S, boom, you're at every stage within minutes, fractions of minutes, just there.
Yeah, all within, I mean, really, really close walking distance. Amazing bands, amazing vendors, the food. The Italian ice was on fire, dude. I was hot.
Oh, I missed it. I didn't get it. Get it.
So good. But listen, there was my favorite artist was there. Sarah Caldara was there.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, she does amazing work. But listen, there was this lady there, and I gave her my card. I want her on the show, because she does, like, not only does she do like the resin stuff where she puts stuff in resin and stuff, she does handcrafted wood burning stuff.
Yes,
she does painting. She does, and this stuff is so intricate, dude. I was unbelievable.
Anthony Rikiki and Brian Michael with a busted hip. He was there, man, and I was limping. You were limping. Brian was getting around, and I talked to him once the whole day. I saw him once.
Yep.
He was a ghost. I don't know if he left, but man, props to Brian Michael and Anthony Rikiki for this. I guess this is the 8th year, but we missed a year because of that year 2020. Remember, that's what I'm gonna call it. That year 2020.
Yep. Absolutely.
But man, this is the best Gem Fest yet. I've been to quite a few of them. This was the second time I actually played it with the tradition this time, and it was great. We had a last minute rush of trying to find bass gear. Shout outs and big ups to Sunset Grin for letting Nick Stamus use the use the bass gear, and
the
sound was great.
Let me tell you something. The sound on that stage, the Adirondack stage, and it was a smaller stage. The sound on that stage was unbelievable. And speaking of Sunset Grin, I had those guys on the show a while back. It was when I first started doing interviews and stuff. Their improvement, and I'm not saying they were bad then, their band has improved substantially from when I interviewed them to now. They are so tight. They sounded great. And not that all the other bands didn't, but my God, they sounded good. They were amazing.
So these festivals are like, bam, Memorial Meltdown in Lake George, huge success. And then you got Gem Fest. Of course, there was Nipper Fest yesterday. You know, there was so many things going on. And you got all these other festivals coming, and now boom, Rye Bread. Now I'm just going to do a little brief breakdown about this Rye Bread Festival, and it's down the bottom. So, and I wanted to just hit it quick because we've been pounding and promoting Gem Fest since it's come out. We've been sharing Rye Bread stuff. The Rye Bread thing is this, Fuzz. I don't know if you know, 47 years ago. 47 years ago. How old were you, Fuzz?
47.
I was 7 as well. I was
5?
6. I was 6. Yeah, no, we're right. Who cares? Math sucks. I failed math anyway.
Yeah, really.
You know, so Rye Bread Fest was a party. Rye Bread, that's all it was called, and it was just a group of friends. And when you get into the Deadhead community, I'm going to say this: the Dead, even today, just last tour that I believe just ended.
Yes, last week.
You're talking 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100,000 people at all their shows.
Mm-hmm. That
community is so tight-knit. You don't think rock concert when you go to a Dead show. They're all creating communities within the community. And the funny note is, about 3 or 4 years ago, the Tradition was playing a show, Schenectady Distilling Company. We walked out back on one of our breaks, talking to some of the people, enjoying the music. And they were telling me they were from Colorado. And we were just talking music. And he's like, yeah, man, upstate New York's cool. You guys got cool people here. Rye Bread. And I was like, holy shit, Colorado. So in a nutshell, this little party grew and grew and grew, and then it moved and it morphed and it got bigger a couple years because of Nick Botto. And he took it to another level this year. And now that bass player who's performing with John Mayer and the Dead and Company is headlining Rye Bread Music and Arts Festival, and that's on July 27th, 28th, and 29th. So we're here to just talk about fests, season, shows going on.
Yeah, dude. I had fans of the show yesterday show up yesterday. It was cool. I got to meet some of the people that, you know, obviously I see them in comments all the time on the show and stuff like that. But I had I would say embarrassing moment for me, anyways. I had these girls come up and ask me to like sign or like an autograph. I've never had
on their boobs.
No.
Oh, okay.
And I'll get to that in a second. So
I signed boobs before. It's not easy to sign.
They said we watch your show every Thursday. So I'm like, okay, they know the show. And I'm like, how old are you guys? Like, they looked really young. Like, 13 and 14, dude.
Wow, that was awesome.
I'm like,
sorry about the boob comment. I didn't know you were going there. I always put my fucking foot in my mouth.
I said, no, definitely not. But like, I'm just like, oh, and I know my material, dude. And I'm like, oh my God,
they're watching you, 14 and 15.
Exactly.
So now we need to watch our mouths. And the younger generation, thatfuzzingrockshow.com is here, and they have your back.
I'm not watching my mouth, dude. I'm sorry. I'm not watching my mouth.
Amazing sets. So what I was saying was the main courtyard. They had the stage set up in a different way this time. We sat at that end one year with the stage at the other end.
That's where a booth was. Yeah,
and the way you come in and you just check out the main festival. The main stage was huge. The sound was great.
Yep.
The bands were great. Some offshoots. Ellis, a new band. I got to catch them. The keyboardist from Joe Mansman, the Midnight Revival Band, and bass and drums, and that was it. That was great.
Yeah, awesome.
Hard Luck Souls got to see them. Got to see some of other bands like Peter Anello, who, you know, it's a little brother, and just hanging and playing music. And then you walk around the corner and then there's Ragged Company and the Bakehouse, the record store in there. I think it was called Sweet. Was it called Sweet Stuff?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I believe so.
Sweet Listens? I don't know, but it's an awesome place.
Yeah, I thought it was.
And that's where Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin walked into a few years ago.
Yep.
So we were there, and it was really set up cool. So Gemfest definitely took it for me. Sorry we couldn't go live as much because you just get there and things are crazy. So
yeah, exactly. It was very busy day. And thank you to Judy and Humpy for letting us.
Yeah, Kings in
and hang out with them. That was cool.
We kind of piggybacked off their tent. And we hung out and had some lunch and some drinks and just chilled and hydrated. Some other highlights for me, and I'm just gonna say it because I've been playing this kid for a long time, his music, and Nick Rossi, my cousin's kid. I try not to spoil anybody, but everybody gets played on Capitol Underground, and even family. And Nick and I come from a family of musicians. My uncle Vito, my cousin Michael, my father's older uncle Vito Mamone on the other side, accordion player. Fuzz, your dad was a musician. So with seeing my little cousin and be able to share the stage with him that day, that was great. That was big. I invited some family and a couple showed up and it was good, So that was a big moment for me, was seeing Nick play and going, wow, I'm going out in a little while.
Absolutely. I got to see my running mate yesterday, Rob Smittix, Keg Party Go.
Yes, definitely. Rob's doing very well, living a healthy lifestyle, and we're all trying. Fuzz is doing it. I'm doing it. Rob's doing it. But I don't think, those, even though I'll say refer it to everybody, if you were going anywhere to eat, you should have went to Bebop's Barbecue. Real deal. They just found a new location up in Lake George, but it was old school. It's trailer, boom, big barbecue, ribs, chicken. So, but all the food, the vendors, the ice, everything was cool. The artists were amazing too. So on to more things, Fuzz. Rye bread, it's coming up.
Yep,
it's next weekend. It starts Thursday. I just want to give you a few teases because Nick is scheduled to come on the show this week sometime. We don't know when. We're not going to advertise it. We're just going to pop up live like we did today.
Yep.
So let me just give you a couple glimpses of what we got going on here. So the bottom of the screen is very important, and the website is ryebreadfest.com. If you go to your app store on your phone, you can easily get this app that is designed. It's awesome. I just downloaded. I'm not even bullshitting. I'll show you. Just downloaded it this morning onto my phone, and that's Rye Bread 47, 47th year. Get it? Separate words. Rye Bread 47, and just grab it. You want tickets and all the info and who's playing and the breakdown and the times and the camping and the vending. There's so many opportunities. And you know what? They need volunteers. So let's get some volunteer help going. I know Nick is quite stressed out, and putting on a festival is not easy. And this is the first time that he actually spread it across the Scotticoke. I'm going to say it, fucking fairgrounds. Camping.
That's big. That's big.
RVs plugging in. Vendors setting up for 3 days. People camping out for 3 days. People coming and going. There's going to be thousands. My prediction.
Yeah.
And my goal for Nick, I think for him, 20,000 people. Let's do it. 10,000 would be beautiful, but 20?
Definitely doable. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I think he's going to pull it off this time. This isn't just a party anymore. This is something that has turned into this dude, O'Teal and Friends. This is the dude who's been playing bass with the Dead and Company.
Yep.
And his music, it's amazing. It's just simply amazing. I said I was going to show you something, did I? There we go. Okay, here he is.
There he is.
Nasty. I don't play no 4-string bass. No way. Let's see. But, there's some local favorites, and especially my people, because we're Troy people, and that's Super 400. And when I saw that they were playing Rye Bread Music and Arts Festival this week, I was like, oh, man, we gotta we got to go to this. I even told Cass, I'm like, we got to go. We got tickets. We can go. We'll pick a day. Maybe we'll go all 3 days for a little bit. We'll see. We only live in Wine and Skill. We're a hop, skip, and a jump. Boom, around the back road. Take a left, take a right, and you're there.
Dude, we should have rented an RV for this weekend.
Maybe just for the hell of it, like we need one. Exactly. Dr. John and the Love Prophets.
There it is.
And they just played a live at 5. I'm so happy for Dave and the boys. They've gone through a couple lineup changes for the most part. Yep. I remember booking these guys down at the which is now the El Dorado Bar again, and it was Dublin's. It was Bar Troy, but to me, it's always been the El Dorado Bar, and that's when I first met these dudes. A few weeks prior, a month prior, summer before, I don't remember. My buddy, they had a farm out here on Weatherwax Road, and I saw Dr. Ja. So they've been friends for a long time. But we're going to save it. We're going to be talking to Nick, and we got some other things, lots of cool things, and we will put this up. Just check this out real quick, Buzz. You're talking about bands and like cool. And I'm like, wow, that's a cool band name. You ever said that to someone? They're like, yeah, man, I just got a Mustang. Oh, cool. Yeah, right. North Mississippi All-Stars, La Special, Dogs in a Pile, Couch, DJ Logic. So there's all kinds of different, jam bands. Some of these bands get a little aggressive and heavy. I don't want to say metal, but like La Special, if you look up, they're doing these covers. And it's pretty cool stuff. I don't want to misquote. I think it's Korn and Rage Against the Machine. Bait Shrimp, Neon Avenue, some more local, some classic, some legendary musicians, the C-Pods. And there it is, Rye Bread. RyeBreadFest.com. They give you all your scoops.
The hits just keep coming, bro. Jesus Christ.
It was really nice to go out and play. Let's back up now over at Helderberg Meadworks, your sponsor, your proud sponsor.
Hashtag proud sponsor. Love that.
Hashtag proud sponsor. I got to, I haven't even looked in any of the comments, so I'm just going to pop them up. Anybody paying attention? There's somebody here saying good morning to us. This is the Hangover Helper. I'm Ralph. This is Fuzz. And we are streaming and powered by thatfuzzingrockshow.com. Sure. And Fuzz is going to be celebrating the 35th anniversary next year. So I cannot retire yet. Things are going to disappear, though. And I'll be more focused on the traditionny.com. Good morning to all you all out there. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry I had to miss everything yesterday. What's that?
Not going to happen. I said.
Oh, me? Now you still got that? Says Facebook user. I don't know why I'm not seeing the actual Facebook name. Did you see the user's name when I popped it up?
No, some comments don't come through the Facebook pages.
So Helderberg Meadworks. Man, I got fucking
ADD. Yeah, dude, Helderberg, listen, the stuff they have been planning for the summer and are planning for the summer, stuff that's happened already, like Jessica's on fire over there, dude. At least once a month there's something huge there, and we've been getting bigger and bigger turnouts, which is great. This coming this month, I'm sorry, starting in August 5th and 6th, I think it is. Hold on, I got it over here in print somewhere.
Yeah,
August 5th and 6th, National Mead Weekend. It's a 2-day thing, dude. If you
National Mead Weekend.
If you survive Saturday, Sunday, there's like Irish breakfast sandwiches, Irish coffee.
Did you say National Weed Weekend?
Mead Works. National Mead
Weekend. Weed Works. I heard you now. Weed Works. Weekend, yep. I don't drink mead, but you know what? My friends love it. Everyone loves it. Yeah, people love drinking out of like bullhorns and
horns, man. Absolutely.
They're Vikings, and it's cool, man. That place was so much fun to play. You had the Tradition acoustic duo last minute come in. Ari and I had a blast. We met so many people. We gained new friends, is what I call them when we meet people out live. I don't have fans.
New family, dude. New
family and friends. And then Under the Den, my boys, the Novak brothers, Ben Zaleski, Madison, great bands. Great people, great girl, great front woman. And then boom, bam, comes out the Phoenix and the Raven. So acoustic and then just kind of poppy, but not, corny poppy, just great band that can get kind of punky at times. Awesome, very aggressive under the den. And then also dancey. I like that about them. Very dancey and punky. Yeah. And then Phoenix and the Raven come out with just the brutal metal, and they like their metal up there too. So to mix it all up for that too, we met, your sponsors, New Scotland, right? What was it? What was the name of that?
Scotland Spirits.
Yes, New Scotland Spirits, man. Yep. Cool. So many cool people there. So anyway, that's a good thing. Moving forward, speaking of New Scotland Spirits, speaking of Motor Mountain Off-Road, and we're going to get into details about that later. I'm just mentioning them now because they've agreed to be involved and help out. Speaking of Dark Tower Tattoo, speaking of New Scotland Spirits, as I said, Motor Mountain Off-Road. Also, there was a couple more too. There was the Rock School Pit, right? It's the Rock Pit. Is that what it's called? The new school that's coming out. They have a big open invitation.
That's coming soon. Yeah, that's coming really soon.
End of this month. The Rock Pit, right? Is that what it's called?
I think so, yeah.
Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. I believe it's therockpit.com. And some others have joined aboard, but we'll make that official announcement soon. And Mike Valenti approached Fuzz and I on the night of April 30th at 9 p.m. with a phone call, right? And said, we're going to do this. We're going to do something for the underground hardcore metal and punk scene only. I'm like, only?
Yep.
I'm like, well, yeah, we're interested, but, we should talk to Art at Radio X. We kind of got something going on similar, but I think you'd be interested in sitting down. And we all did, and it's going well. And 518scene.com, Brendan stepping in, and we met him a couple weeks ago at my home here, and we had a little meeting for the Extreme Music Awards, and that's January 13th. And I'm psyched about this. The bands are psyched.
It's I've heard nothing.
Rosie, stop! My dog's bugging. I don't know why.
Everybody wants to be involved in this. I mean, it's big. It's big.
Empire Underground. We're bringing in some production. There's going to be some things we're talking about. Obviously, we need to bring in some video and just to set it up cool and a cool event for the night. And the ideas and the thoughts we've already gone through are like, I'm not like this can happen. This can happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wouldn't be surprised if someone like Belladonna's there, or Jimmy from Murphy's Law giving out awards.
Yeah,
Rancid.
There's going to be big names. There's going to be big names. There's going to be, and it's going to be a celebration of the music that either gets overlooked or forgotten or just downright shunned.
Remains and stays and is fucking kicked back underground. That's why the name Capital Underground was so important to me, even though I didn't come up with the name.
We are the underground. We will be heard.
That was something I created years later, but the Capital Underground name was named when I was asked to do the radio show at 104.9 The Edge. Anyway, Extreme Music Awards on Facebook. You can check it out. If you'd like to be a sponsor for that, you can hit up Fuzz. You can hit up myself. You can hit up Mike Valenti. You can hit up Art for Debt. You can hit up Rob Smittix. You can hit up Brandon from 518scene.com. And we could show how we can get your business involved in something cool. If you're into metal, if you're into hardcore, and you're into punk, and we know it, we don't really care about just pulling in money to do. We've pretty much almost covered most of the expenses on it.
I think
so. Yeah, I think we're just looking to help out some smaller businesses who want us to talk about, like Dark Tower Tattoo. Yep. Told him yesterday, you're moving locations. Let me know all the details and we'll talk about it. So he's in Troy right now, right up the street from Prospect Park, Congress Street, but he's moving somewhere. I didn't check the location, but so cool. See, comes back to Rye Bread.
You were right. It was Albany Rock Pit, by the way. I looked it up.
Albany Rock Pit. Okay.
Yep. And you can hook up. You can look at this guy too. He'll hook you up with some.
What, they're going to hang my picture up at the Albany Rock Pit? I doubt that.
I'm going to try it. I'll do it.
I doubt that.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Absolutely. Love me some Kevin Stone, man. You know that. Yeah, dude. Like you said, full circle. Rye bread, man. It's you know what I mean? Here's what amazes me the most, dude. We have the talent in this area to have all these festivals, one right after the other, all knockout punches. Like, it just the amount of people in the scene and the amount of talent we have, and not only just musical, but like artists and photographers and Luthers and just,
I think it's Luthier.
Luthier is what I say. Luther? Lex Luthor?
Luther's great.
Luthiers, I'm sorry.
Yo, man, you make guitars, you're a Luther? There was Luthiers there yesterday. It was sitting right next to him.
Yeah, you're either an arts villain or you're a guitar maker.
Yeah.
But just the amount of talent in this area to have these festivals just keep coming and coming and coming. Dude.
Rye Bread has been the most anticipated show of the year because everyone knows that this was a party with some locals and then some regionals and then probably a few nationals. But this has really taken it over the top and put this into one of the most looked at. You got Peach Festival. You have all these other big, we'll say jam band, but Nick has taken it to a different level with this RyeBreadFestival.com. Sure. Again, next Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, July 27th, 28th, 29th, Scotticoke Fairgrounds, my territory. I'm heading out there. I'm only 15 minutes away. RyeBreadFest.com, and you can get the app for your phone. I did get it. I'm going to prove it. I'm going to show you. I did get it. I got it, Nick.
Should we go to like Dick's Sporting Goods and buy the biggest tent possible and just go camp out? Like, we'll have like a debauchery tent.
I'm not getting a fucking tent with you.
Why?
No, you're already thinking I'll get one full-size blow-up mattresses, and then you and me get on that thing. No, I'm gonna go with my wife, dude. But you can meet us there.
We'll get the one with 2 rooms. You can have one room. I'll have the other room. All right.
That's funny stuff. RyeBreadFest.com. What else is coming up? There's another one coming up, and we'll get on to that one. I want to have Dave Amon come on here with us because Dave hooked Black John Wayne up with our old friend Dan Kohler and his band, the Alice in Chains Tribute. We played up at the Shepherd's Park. I'll never forget it. But he's having, and Jarrett Hartstone, they're having their other festival, and they do 2 a year, one Memorial Meltdown, and the other one is called the Adirondack Independent Music Festival. Stutter. The Adirondack Independent Music Festival, and we'll get on that too. Rye Bread, though, for the next week. That's all we're doing. It's Rye Bread.
Focus, man. We're focused.
That says we're focused, man, because it is festival season. There's a lot of festivals going on.
It's crazy.
Reverbicon yesterday inspired me to bring back Reverbicon. I had it tentatively planned twice since the last one we did with Peter Anello Trio. We did that up in Scotticoke. It was small. It wasn't at the fairgrounds, real small, but it was a cool day. And I must go bigger with Reverbicon. So this spring of 2024, after we get through the award show, I'm going to talk to Mr. Mike Valeni and take him out to lunch. And we're going to talk, okay, you're booking the Nationals this year. Reverbicon must be over the top, extreme. Reverbicon extreme is what I'm going for.
Extremicon.
More love to the rock, more love to the punk, more love to the hardcore and the metal and the skater bands and all of it, man. I want to take it back to my roots a little bit more.
Yeah, dude,
so
absolutely.
I know we're bouncing all over the place. September also brings the Born Dead Fest to Empire Live. That's huge. That's huge, Fuzz.
When I read that line, when I was told about the lineup, I was like, there's no way. And then it just got better from there. Like, there was more names added. I was like, come on. But yeah, I read that poster almost every day. I look at it, I'm like, wow, like see the big Hatebreed logo. First of all, I mean, it's just
so Hatebreed coming to. I believe this is their first time. I could be mistaken, but I think this is their first time playing the new EmpireLiveAlbany.com.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And I'm just brief. I'm trying to find it because I know that. Here we go. So day one is Saturday, September 2nd. It's going to be both clubs. It's going to be nuts. The entire building, one show. Hatebreed, Bleeding Through, Vein FM, Pain of Truth, Downswing, Brick by Brick. There's just a million bands playing. Mouth for War, Urine was just added. Mouth Breather. I fucking love the name of that band. Day 2, September 2nd, Fuzz. This one is ringing a lot of bells, and I hear there's going to be more bands added. Or they're at where they're at, because there's plenty. From the top down, Integrity, Madball, Fury of 5, 156 Silence, Pyrexia, Concrete Ties, Wisdom of War. There's just a million things going on, and I'm gathering that. Did I miss any? I know there was one I wanted to check. I'm just squinting to look at the flyer, but yeah, September 1st and 2nd, Born Dead Fest is a biggie for the hardcore metal scene.
Both of those shows, just, I mean, they tingle the hardcore senses, bro.
There's some death metal in there.
I'm telling you, there's a little bit of everything for everybody. You know what I mean?
Born Dead is a clothing company, and they put this on. I think they do it all over the States.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'm done. You done?
Yeah, dude. Listen, we
didn't expect to do this today. We just figured we'd pop on and say,
it was
hey,
a quick jump on, a little hangover helper for you guys.
Well, all right.
I made it through without losing my shit, so I'm good.
Rye Bread. We'll be back this week, and That Buzzing Rock Show every Thursday at 7 p.m.
Sure.
Yep, 7 p.m. And I don't know, man. Bye. We will see you when we see you. We will see you.